everybody. Welcome back to Alma, Missouri. As you can see, between our last episode and this one, a few hours has transpired in-game, even though I got the game time set up to 5. But I saw some contracts I couldn't resist. So I started them. This one happens to be a baling contract. And yes, as you can see, I am running GPS lines in the baling contract. That field 24 harvesting is not looking good. I hope I can complete it all. Also running a mod, as you can see on the bottom left, that I can view the status of my vehicles that are currently running. Right now I have the Case IH harvester, I have this Massey Ferguson, and then a John Deere harvester as well. It tells you what field they're in, it tells you how full they are, and just kind of thinking back on the status from yesterday. I think we're going to be able to complete that field 24, and it's going to stay at 98%, because there is a trailer load of wheat, and the field 30 is oats, that we still need to end up taking to the grain mill to finish the selling. Okay, worker A, that is our oats. I need to stop here and go to that harvester there. And this trailer is just as full. But I have, sitting over there in the corner, I have our farm trailer. Let's get this guy loaded up. Looks like we got one more pass left on this oat field. Let me get this set up to where it's just at the very tippy end. And that entire hopper, yep, should go in there just fine. Let's go ahead and zip back to... Okay, this guy is done. Let's just run around the area real quick. I want to make sure he got everything. Because at the very start of this field, there was a little bit on the outside that got missed. In this field, just to pull up the big map, as you can see, it's got a lot of fingerlings in it. So I want to to make sure that everything has been harvested. So we'll just do a quick lap around the outside, around the outside, around the outside. Make sure we got everything. Set the cruise control. No use holding down that trigger. So everything over here is taken care of. Spot right there. Let's go ahead and get that guy gathered up. Alright, I am fairly confident that we got everything collected in this field, so get it parked. Map. Okay, where's my trailer for him? There it is. And we'll take this guy and do a little zip up over here. Yeah, we're looking good. Looking good. Good, warm, fresh coffee. Let's take this to the grain silo, not grain mill. That's just past the railroad tracks here. We got an additional 25,000 liters. Hopefully we can keep the majority of this. Sell it over the winter time. Maybe even start a flower production. watch that number. There we go. 19,000 liters. Alright, can't complain with that. And just scoots narrowly by the railroad tracks. Just in time. So we're going to go ahead and didn't want to visit that. I wanted to select my vehicle. No, stop it. Stop it. There we go. Set destination. I want to have this go over to our farm. We'll stop them off right there. Let's go ahead and enter this guy just to see what the heck's going on here. Alright. Let's go ahead and go back to our baling. Wrong baler. Oh, we'll shut that off. We don't need that on. We're almost done with this baling contract as well. So when I make the turn here, I'm going to show you our contract list that we worked on. So we got one baling done, we got a second baling right there, we did a mowing contract, and we got these two that harvesting right there that we're almost done on. So yeah, we're going to have a whole bunch of income coming in, you know, 20, that's going to be 100,000, 30, 50, we got about $200,000 coming into us from these contracts. I may even do these bell wrappings. I tried doing this fertilizing contract as well, and it was not wanting to work. I think because the growth stage is too late for it. The AI worker did not want to do anything, and I just canceled the contract. Yeah, because I got a little truck parked there with 1,000 liters of fertilizer, and it had a different fertilizer spreader. It had the Breedall spreader set up for it. I can't remember if I tried to do the contract myself, but I was trying to get AI to do as much as I was doing other things. So I just canceled it. $50,000 would be nice, but letting AI spend the money for just enough fertilizer would have been even more ideal. But regardless, I think we'll just let that one go. That contract's not worth it. That one could be alright, but definitely not that one. Worker has completed their task, so that means they got back over to the farm. Harvesting contract, we're at 95%. Baling, we're almost done with it. One more quick little pass. And I noticed that the last straw baling contract I did, we were able to continue on to collect everything. So, we're done. Let's go ahead and our picket's raised. And let's go ahead and turn off the baler. And this is the funny thing. Okay, there's the unload baler. Yeah, something with the there it is, unload unfinished bale. It must be something with that John Deere baler that I'm not able to do this on. And we'll go ahead and fold it up. And there we go. It decided to finally kick it out backwards. Alright, so the 2 baling contracts are done. I'm not going to worry about the other ones. The other one. Not doing the vegetables. You guys can't pay me enough to do vegetables right now. That mowing contract, I could take that, but because I still have the mower set up at the market, so. But yeah, I think we're going to be done here with all the stuff. I'm not going to worry about the bell wrappings. Okay, we're working on this guy. Let him do the thing. And just to make sure we make it to the end, I'm going to do a running offload. Let him get past a little bit further. Ball. There we go. Let's try to target up the corner. That should allow the combine to get all the way to the end with no problem. That's our case Puma sitting there, which we can go ahead and have an AI worker take that back to the farm. Or we may leave it there and let the harvester fill it up. So since this is full, we'll take a look over that direction. Got some oncoming traffic, and they don't like traveling on the gravel roads, so they stay on the pavements. On the blacktop. So we'll take this up to the silo up here, and we'll just park it. We won't unload until the harvester is done. Right there, and we're going to go ahead and dump this into our silo system. I wish this 7R tractor was ours, but it's not, unfortunately. It's a rental. What is my weight doing over there? Okay. I can't pick it up right at the moment, but we'll do that. Just set it right there. Okay, let's go into harvester. He's almost done. We'll just take over the job. I mean, why? Finish this up ourselves because we got, 100 feet to go. That way I can just zip on over to the tractor and get it unloaded. Because with this size of field, and this did have tram lines in it, I am fairly confident this 8,000 liters is going to be able to go back to our farm. And I'll just drive up there real quick, but I do believe the AI worker got everything in this field, and I need to stop worrying about that extra 1 or 2 liters from the outskirts. I just want to make sure they got this little jet out right up here. Yep, looks good. Alright, let's go ahead and shut that down. Extend the pipe. Getting that jet out was taken care of as well. And when we're done with this, we'll go ahead and finish up our straw baling and try to get our oats completed as well. Yeah, last night after I ended the previous recording, which, I took a look and it was 3.5 hours. I was like, yikes. That is going to be edited into a 3-part series. It's going to be episode 1, part 1, episode 1, part 2, and so on. I want to try to keep the episodes about an hour in length. So this one's going to be episode 4. Need to watch my time, and I've got a little bit of time before work, so I should be able to get episode 5 recorded as well. Let's go ahead and do that. And once that's folded up, kill it and come on up here. Start the front. Start the unload process. %, and that one's done. Let's go ahead and go to the back, because if I do that right, I can get back and middle, but I want to keep the middle section as the leftover. 98, 99, 100. Yep. So we got about 20,000 liters all together. Get this taken to our farm. And while I'm doing that, let's just go here. Hop in this guy, enter the vehicle, get him to the road, and then we'll meet him up at the farm. Okay, that's the header trailer. Just want to make sure that it wasn't someplace special we needed to pick up. Enter the vehicle. We got a bunch of stuff. Yes. I always like keeping the excess. And like I said, maybe we buy on this map. We buy the grain mills. I have no idea what I'm doing on this one, to be honest. I mean, we got the horses, definitely going to take care of them. Got animals, we'll be taking care of everything because we got like all the animals except pigs, which is kind of surprising, but yeah, we're going to I mean, Missouri, kind of a grain country. We're going to plant grains, and I think we're going to, yeah, I think we might do a bread production on this map. I haven't done a full-out bread production. Played a little bit of it on my Riverbend map. That map got way too expensive with all the different productions I had set up on it. Expensive as in time. Spent a lot of time having to maintain all the productions, to go back and forth with unloading all the productions, refilling everything. Yeah, it got a lot. You name it, I was doing it on that map. Okay. Let's park you right there. We got 8,038 liters. Grab our front weight that we dropped off. I don't know what the heck happened. Why I disconnected it. By accident, of course. And, yep, you'll be just fine right there. 8,038, so 11,600. We got 19,000 and change. In the middle. Yep, everything looks good. Emptied out. Normally you would climb the ladder and you would walk the railing, to double check everything. Alright. This tractor trailer system is not ours. So, let's go here. Our contracts. We got that baling job done. Let's go ahead and collect that. We got that baling job done. That was a big one. We'll collect that. that super harvest, that mega harvest, and that nice little mowing job. We had 9,000 in the bank. Our grand total is now 212,000. So we made just over $200,000 for those few hours of work. And also in the off time, I went through and we have 100% cleanliness, 100% riding on all of the horses. We got that taken care of. Everything. Yesterday was the first horse we rode. Yep, every one of the horses are nice and happy. They're good to go. All right, let's go ahead and we got to work on ours. So I even set up a GPS on this. Oh, gosh darn it. Dag blasted. Let's turn the baler on. I gotta make sure I drop the pickup. Oh. Let's pick up the front pickup. There we go. Back one's dropped. And let's go to town. Let's get the rest of this straw taken care of. So a lot of people, and I do mean a lot, they always ask me about how to build this with GPS. Well, a lot of it depends on your working width. As long as you know what the working width of your header is that you're harvesting with, you adjust it to the width. You may have to play with the work direction. I had to do that on a couple of the fields, those contract fields. It was a bit time consuming doing that. But once you get that set up, and the line's not exactly over the top of the center of the windrow, but with the extended pickup for the balers, it works out really well. So yeah, just a little tip. You sit there and wrong button. We're saving. Just make sure that you're set up on your working width. I know I had to take a look at the John Deere header that we were using, which is the 45, and it's a 13.7 meter. Got that set up. Everything else is automatic. Yep. Once you get those dialed in, then you should be good to go for getting your GPS set up over baling. Now, to get AI to do the baling for you, that's another job entirely. And also, I mean, why did I go there? Let's go ahead, and we've got this oat field here. Let's go ahead and create the job. Field work. We're going to put them right there. We're going to start them up and let them finish that oat field as I come behind and bale up the straw. Kind of get two birds with one stone situation going. Now, whether or not they start in the... Okay, they jumped onto the road. Like, why? Okay, we got Jamie. No, that's James, I'm sorry. back to our baling. We'll get this taken care of. And we're going to have to go to the store and buy some round bale net. I've got a few other things I need to pick up, like a grapple bucket, because that guy just does not work for bales. So we're going to get something different here. I don't like these autoloader ones. I like my all but. We may buy that one. Although I have some glitching issues where the bales like to hang up on it. I don't know. We'll figure out what we want to buy for all of our bales. I've got to get a bale storage system set up over here somewhere, because I do not believe we have that. And since we are playing with weather, let's just go here. Let's turn that down to 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and turn that back up to real time. Since we have our weather turned on, destruction from disasters enabled, we need a system that will store our bales. And with this amount of bales, gosh, do I want to sit there and try to just looking at James up there harvesting over the same area I already harvested. Okay, James, you do you. Do I want to go an auto-loading bale system, since it's just myself? I mean, if I had another person, then we could definitely tag team this. Trying to run back and forth to and from the shop with this guy is not going to be fun, wherever we set up at. I think we may... Yeah, we're going to do probably this guy. What are you doing? They are driving me up the wall with because I started the field, that's why. Now they disappeared. Render distance. So yeah, what do we want for a trailer? The Farm Tech, that's not a bad trailer. This Agro Liner, that's not a bad trailer. Because I've used this one on my Palinier map. I used this one on my Riverbend. I also use, these drop decks. Bale and pallet trailer. Now it can hold round and square bales up to, super larges. What the difference is? Because of all the different metaling that we got on them. I'm always one to try different equipment, So we're definitely going to go the auto bale route. I've got to take a tractor up to the farm, or to the market anyway, to that's a trailer 16. I do like, because I use the universal auto loading feature. Wheel brands doesn't really matter. Setup, decals doesn't matter. UK attacher. Then we got the cup ball. We go UK attacher. We want tension belts. What's the difference between those two? That's what I'm wondering. Because this one's just without all the stuff. So that's why it can hold more, technically. And front and rear, and front and rear. Yep. Still undecided. Well, let's just, we'll pull the trigger on this guy here, I think. Yeah, because outside of the... Yeah, we'll get this one here. We don't need the auto loading feature of this trailer. We got the universal auto loader. And we'll put both front and rears on it. Let's go ahead and buy this guy. Yep, spent a little bit of the money that we just got, but that was the reason. We need to get a couple of things for the farm. Trailer being one of them, and I missed a spot over there. I'm going to go ahead and get that picked up. It's my field. I want all the straw. I don't like the fact that this round baler only does 125 centimeter bales. Let's take a look to see where we are on the John Deere S7. And there goes that bell. And they are at 76% full, so we're going to have to go and grab the wagon. Bring that over. Still set up on 13.7 meters, which is great, so we are lined up. fresh, hot coffee. Especially on this early morning, which it was an early morning. I woke up a few hours earlier than actually 1 hour earlier than I should have. But it's allowing me to get some recordings done for you guys for this new series. They're at 91. Let's go ahead and stop that. Let's go over here. We got to get this over. Which means, since we got crop destruction turned on in our field, and I harvested the last one by myself, I'm going to have to stop AI, unload, because I do not want to wreck my crops. I guess we got to go this direction. We got to go here. We got to select this. We got to cancel a job. There we go. And then because it was just trying to work the GPS lines, I guess. I have no idea. I have no idea what it was trying to do. So yeah, we'll take this trailer back over to the corner. We'll let AI finish the job as I come over here and continue on the baling. Just gotta line back up. Wreck into our case Puma. Oh, that's why. AI worker. There we go. That's why it wasn't working. I figured it out. Because I had it set up for manual GPS. So note to self, when you're trying to start and stop AI, make sure it's the GPS is set up on AI and not manual. Right there ought to be a good spot. And we continue our baling. Nothing wrong with this John Deere baler. It's just the fact that it's 125 centimeters for everything. I understand that it's an all-in-one containment system for baling and wrapping, which is great. It's the size. And we should be able to make the corner. But what we're going to do is when we get to the corner, instead of taking that diagonal strip, I mean we can. we may just go ahead and exit the vehicle and move the bales over to the side. Can't do that until it does that. Yep, super strength for the win. We got our spinach on today. And we are about at the hour time frame. So we should be close to finishing up this field. Bale, and we'll move it off to, I guess, over here. And we'll wait right there for the harvester to go by, because they get grumpy if you try to get in front of them. Quit running over my crops. Gotta remember to come down the pathway and grab that bell. Back while that baler's doing its thing, I'm gonna move this one up so I can see it. And we may or may not come back in between episodes later on to do the rest of the mowing along the easements. Yep, I'm definitely going to have to go to the store and get some more net. Yeah, I keep telling other people that complain about AI that just let them do their thing. Let them do their thing, you know. They're going to frustrate you on how they drive. And it is frustrating on how they're turning around and all that jazz, but let them do their thing. I just like to complain when I watch what the heck they got going on. One of the things I wanted to look at, is there any other John Deere balers? Oh, we got these little guys here. Oh, it's a 240 centimeter. I'll have to take a look at those. let's go back. Yeah, these are kind of old schoolish John Deere's. Wide tires, double tires. The John Deere 690. And we got time to look at the other one. And we got the John Deere 100. Yeah, these are old school square balers. I do love me some square baling when it comes to straw. Especially if they go up to 240 centimeters. You know, we're not wrapping straw. We don't need the biggest and the bestest. Alright, AI is done with harvesting. I guess I am kind of spoiled with my other baling systems on the other maps that I run. Where, you know, I'm using the Krone Big Pack. We could go Massey. Massey's a great baler, which is technically a Heston. I wish you could change the naming on it from Massey to Heston. What was the 200 horsepower requirement? That's not bad. This one's 275. Yeah, we definitely got some looking around to do for baling. But we also definitely need to get a barn set up for all of our bales. This is a lot. I ain't gonna lie. This is a lot. But it will be a lot less if we were running 150 centimeter bales. Or even 220 square bales. Definitely gonna go get some round bale net. We got plenty of bale wrap. We're short on the netting. So on the next pass, we got to make sure that we pick up the little straggler spots. I gotta figure out how to get the combine back over there. I put him in up there at the corner, so he's gonna have to jump the creek. The dry waterway. Now there's a little bit of water there. Oh, another one of the things we need to get while we're at the store is a tanker trailer so that we can sell our milk to the dairy production. So we'll have to get that on the list. Yep, that's the little spot there right there we need to pick up. That. A couple more passes and a dozen more bales. Dog's in the way of the missus. We are almost done. And then once we're done with the baling, we're going to go ahead and call it for this episode. So another 2 minutes or so. Yeah, we could always grab the header trailer, but I don't feel like doing that. Get this guy unloaded. Should be enough room there to squeeze by between the bale and the trailer. Alright, our oat field is done. We got that little patch there. I'm not going to worry about that little bit of straw. We've got a lot of straw. So yeah, I do want to thank you all for coming in to this episode today. Let's go ahead and do the old standard thing. We got the John Deere S7, we got the baler, we got our harvesting done on our map of Alma. Thank you all again for joining me. Please make sure to hit that like button. subscribe if you feel like it, join the Discord, let's have some fun in all of those places. And until the next episode, we'll catch you later. Bye.